is Anime Remaster back from the What If, and first of all I need to apologize for not uploading for so long. It's just been a train wreck in real life. So forget about all that and let's get into this new What If I'll be starting. This is gonna be What If Deku trained like Asta. First of all, everything goes the same until Deku's 7th birthday and he's watching All Might's interview, and All Might is asked, how did you get so powerful, or were you always this powerful? And All Might replies that no one can be powerful when they're born, and the only way I got this powerful was through training and hard work. These words hit in Deku's heart since the year before he found out that he doesn't have a quirk, and because of that, these words make it so that, especially coming from All Might, make it so he figures that he has to at least do his best and train his body unless and train his body at least. So he doesn't go overboard like Asta did, but he would be around 20%. He would be able to, right off the bat, he would be able to use about 20% of One for All, but he needs to learn how to actually control it. So that would be a different part, but this is how he actually would start getting into the training mode and getting his mentality similar to Asta's, so never giving up and stuff like that. After watching that, he asks his mom if he is able to join gym and go to a martial arts dojo. He says if he doesn't have a cook, doesn't matter, he'll learn martial arts and train his body. So instead of just doing push-ups and sit-ups, Deku, like Asta, and Deku just does the regular workouts. Asta slowly building it up, and in the dojos he mainly focuses on kickboxing and um, just um, stretches, so his muscles are like not that tense. Through the training and through the martial arts, he's able to get a lot of starts to gain confidence again. And one point, Deku is when Deku's around 9, he sees that Kachan or Katsuki Bakugo is bullying a kid, and Deku comes in front to stop Kachan and shouts out, "Why are you bullying this kid? Don't you want to be a hero?" With this comment, Bakugo gets angry and attacks Deku, and without even any sort of hesitation, Deku just kicks Bakugo in the face, and he's pretty much knocked out for the next few minutes. When he wakes up, Deku and the other kid is not there, and because Deku isn't there because he's going to call Bakugo's mother, and When she gets there, she hits Bakugo on the head and tells him, "Why are you bullying kids, you idiot?" And now we do another time skip, and this is when Bakugo has a little bit more respect for Deku, and he doesn't burn his book, and he is that he wants to. He's still a fanboy, and he still takes notes in his book, but he also trains his body as well, not just his mind, like he would have done. Because of this, he isn't like top level of exams, but his quirk without top level of his normal exams, but he has a he's like one of the top in physical strength and without a quirk, obviously. And this time he got a bit late, held back by because he needed to catch up on some work in school, and he's running back, and he sees some sort of a cat trapped under a kitten trapped under a tin can, not a tin can, but a garbage can. So he's helping that cat out under a bridge, and soon as the cat's free, it runs off, kind of being scared, and Deku, not noticing the sludge feeling behind him, gets captured and try to struggle, and he's able to last a lot longer before giving up, and that allows All Might to arrive and punch punch the villain away. This time around, Deku doesn't pass out, and he starts to help All Might collecting the villain, and through that, he's also fangirling over All Might. And after they finish collecting, not he gets All Might's signature, and All Might just jumps away like in canon. But this time around, Deku doesn't hold on to. He holds on to All Might's arm this time around, not his leg, because of his reactions, and he doesn't get scared, but he's surprised that he's going at that speed. When they land on the building, and Deku asks the famous question, "Can I be a hero without a quirk?" Everything goes the same up till everything happens the same until the part where Deku's helping out uh, Katsuki Bakugo, and Katsuki Bakugo is basically struggling as usual, and Deku just runs past all the heroes without them even noticing that someone has run past, almost like Deku has a quirk. And basically, this is what I figured. If Deku's body and power is gonna be similar to Asta's, um, first time Asta used his physical strength to the fullest in the exam, he basically made it seem like he was using magic. So that's that. When he got to uh, Bakugo, he said, "Give me your hand," and he tries to pull Bakugo out. He's unable to, and he starts to get pulled in as well. He starts to get pulled in, and this is when All Might finally gets the courage and the motivation to help out Deku, and he does his Texas Smash, which changes the weather like in canon, and um, everything happens the same until um, when Deku's heading back home, he doesn't give up still. He just he doesn't pout or anything. He said he won't give up until he won't give up. Basically, he just thinking in his head, and All Might just comes along like in canon, and the the most famous word to Deku and favorite words, "You can be a hero, young Izuku." So everything that Deku did and helped motivate um All Might, and All Might says that you can be a hero, and because of that, Deku starts tearing up and crying like in canon, being the crybaby he is at the start of the series. And All Might starts as soon as All Might says this, and Deku has recovered. All Might starts to feel up Deku's muscles, checking if and then asking, "Have you been training, young Izuku?" And Izuku says, "I've been training since I was 7. Ever since you gave an interview that you were always strong. You became strong after training and through hard work and to hard work." Um, that's when All Might explains about the quirk to him, and through that, and he tells him to meet him by the beach tomorrow. Izuku goes straight to his room, which is not common, and his mom's worried something might have happened in school. So she knocks on the door and asks him, and what happened. Izuku just opens the book to All Might's page and shows her that he got a signature from All Might, and he tells her that he told me that I can be a hero just like him, and that's he keeps rest secret, but he tells her that All Might told him that I can be a hero. So um, she doesn't worry all of the sudden when Deku uh, uh, and when Deku suddenly applies for UA and gets accepted and gets injured, and he says that I'm gonna be training a lot more because Alma said you can be a hero and but you have to work harder than anyone else, basically. So the next morning, Deku goes for a jog, comes back, usual breakfast, and he runs off to the beach. And over there, he meets up with All Might, and All Might says, "We're gonna clean this beach. Faster you do it, faster you can get the quirk you want." He pretty much clears the beach under a week, and All Might at this point gives him his hair to eat, pretty much forces it down his throat. Then Izuku and All Might start training, and Izuku has about 30% control over One for All, and after the 10 months, basically, after the 10 months, and when the 10 months are up, Izuku's walking in to through the gates. He's nervous but excited at the same time, and after he runs into Bakugo, think and says hi. Bakugo just ignores him and doesn't say anything and just walks in. Distracted by that, he trips over a loose rock and then gets saved by Uraraka after being floated on, after being touched by her and making him float. And they greet each other and they both go inside. And this is when President Mike explains the first and the second test. First test is gonna be a normal exam. Second test is gonna be um, the practical exam. First they do the normal exam and then they go to the practical. Everything gets explained like canon, and this time around Deku doesn't mumble, so Ida doesn't have a problem with Deku. This time around Deku has somewhat control over One for All, so he can control the the percentages in his arms, so he uses less amount of One for All in his arms and legs than rather than using 100% all the time. So he uses like 10% and stuff. He gets about 40. Um, Initially, he gets about 40 villain points, and then just before the exam's about to end, the 0 pointer robot comes out, and this time around is there isn't just one person trapped under. There's two. There's Ida, who gets trapped under rubble, and his legs both get trapped under rubble before he can actually escape. After being this happened because he was basically staring or ogling over Deku's raw power and speed. At first, he thought he would be the fastest, having the engine quirk, but Deku was a lot faster than Ida. Even when Ida starts to go up in gears, right after Deku blows up a villain and Ida is about to go talk to Izuku, that's when the 0 pointer comes out and two pieces of two big pieces of rubble fall on Ida's leg. He saves Uraraka first, not noticing that Ida is trapped as well, and Izuku saves Uraraka first by just punching the rock, and that basically frees Uraraka, and Uraraka then helps to lift up the rubble from Ida, and Ida's free, but there's a punch coming. That's when Izuku jumps and punches the 0 pointer's hand, and that hand is pretty much annihilated. Then Izuku punches the 0 pointer's head, which knocks it out completely. And that's right after Izuku punches the 0 pointer. the exam ends, before even it even falls. This is gonna be the end of the first part of the what if. Let me know if any changes you want me to make and any additions, or let me know for the next what if. But that one's gonna be coming out after this one's finished. Thank you guys for listening. Leave a like if you liked. Subscribe and for more content like this. And I apologize for people who liked the old what ifs, but they won't be coming back unless you guys vote for them, and I'll be redoing them on redoing all those what ifs. Thank you guys for listening, and bye.